It's a gambling game, especially when I'm labeled as a kingpin to all these cities.
This is Hard Parking, brought to you by Right Honda and Right Toyota out of Scottsdale, Arizona. It is the second Monday in December. This year is almost over. Coming up on today's show, Charles Worden of Cleannuff is back in studio. First time in a couple of years. He kind of disappeared for a while, and then he came back in a major way. I recently attended an event that he threw. I think next week we got to get Q back on the show because Texas and Michigan both missed the college football playoffs, but they play each other on December 31st. My favorite team versus his favorite team. We got to talk about it. We're coming up after this word from Arcus Foundry Spark Forge. Charles Worden of Cleannuff. So quick story for you. A listener lost a big job, missed the call, never saw the DM, probably because he was listening to this podcast. It happens, and it's fixable. Running a business shouldn't mean juggling a dozen apps and missing opportunities. Spark Forge helps you reply faster, capture more leads, and get more reviews, all without adding hours to your day. One simple place to handle calls, texts, and social messages so you can focus on the work that pays. It's like finally putting your business on cruise control without losing the steering wheel. One login, one platform, all under your control. Consolidate your tech in one place to save time, money, and headache. The future is here, and it's powered by SparkForge AI from our friends at Arcus Foundry. Jump into a 30-day trial today by using code HARDPARKED at GetSparkForge.ai and stop letting yesterday's tech eat tomorrow's profits. Charles Worden, welcome back to Hard Parking Studios.
Definitely super excited, man. I'm glad to be back.
You've been on the show more than once.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a couple of years. Last time we were doing a health check, mental health check. You were going through some things. You talked about a guy basically saved your life, one phone call, which is great. You took a lot of time off, and then when you came back in a big way. You know, for the people who haven't, or people that are new to this podcast, you know, you did a lot of events. You had the Cleannuff, so that's you, Charles of Cleannuff, of course. You had an event in Tempe that went sideways. The event was fine, but the police came in and, you know, and all that crap happened. And you're going to set that record straight here in a minute. But you came back and did the big event with Strad Pizza collaboration at Houston's Hot Chicken in Tempe. That was a big event. Thanks for having me there. And that's the first time I've seen you in a long time. Not even as much on social media. So what's been going on?
None. Just a lot of working on behind the scenes. Obviously, there's a lot of preparation behind making sure I do stuff right. And I wanted to start working with the right people. Obviously, I could come back and start hosting and just do my average stuff. But, you know, I've been gone for 2 years. So it's time for me to make that big mark and be like, holy cow, like Cleannuff is back. Like, what is going on? Like, so, you know, obviously working with James Stradman, Monday from Houston Hot Chicken and all them, like coming back with that big persona was kind of a shock to everybody. And that was the whole point. Shock and thrill. Bring it back and be like, wow, like Cleannuff is really back.
How did you get linked up with Stradman?
So he is good friends with Monday and Houston Hot Chicken. Obviously, we work very closely with Houston Hot Chicken for a long time now. People that don't know, we do a lot of exotic events with them in numerous areas, not just Arizona, but, you know, they were like, hey, so, you know, we got an event coming up that we want you to do. Would you be down to do it with Stradman?
Who's going to say no to that?
Yeah. I mean, he's a really nice dude.
Yeah, he is. I've said that before, and hopefully one day I can get him on the podcast. I haven't tried yet, but yeah, I would love to. But anyway.
It's always a good conversation with him. He's always super nice, super respectful, very humble. But yeah, it was a perfect setup. There's nothing probably better to start back up than just shock and awe. And that's exactly what that event brought. I mean, the amount of cars, the style, the luxury, along with...
Kind of tell the people listening and watching what that was and what it entailed.
Honestly, the biggest thing is, you know, us hosting in Tempe. People that don't know, in Tempe, I was arrested for an event that, you know, supposedly was for street racing and everything. Tempe went up against me. Shout out to Zach Ansel, probably one of the best lawyers you can get for anything car related. And yeah, they tried to slam me with 10 different charges, saying I was street racing, saying I was a kingpin, and we're street stunners.
Kingpin Charles.
But we beat the case. I had 0 charges from it, and that's why I'll forever, shoot out to Zach Ansel for that, because that could have been very ugly for me, being in charge of street racing and all that. So my first real big event back in Tempe was like, I had to bring the hottest cars. I had to make sure it was with the best people. Obviously, anyone that was there, it was a shock. I mean, full carbon body Lamborghinis, Koenigsegg's, Porsche 918 Spider, Yvonne McKay. He came out, brought his beautiful Supra. You brought your NSX. I mean, everything there was what you'd expect for a high-end event with some rarity involved. R34s. I mean,
everything was there.
Yeah.
Stradman brought his vehicles out, of course, it was crazy to see that, because I was happy for you and happy to see a car event in Tempe, because, the last time I had anyone on that talked about that, my friend Aaron Forrester, they had a couple really successful events and they got shut down. The city of Tempe, no more car events, which was kind of bullshit, because unless it's the Copper State 1000, they weren't letting anybody do anything. So for you guys to pull that off with the caliber of cars, how many people there, I was a little worried. I don't know if you were. I was a little worried. I was like, oh, God, there's a lot of people here.
I mean,
and literally a ASU football game was going on literally around the corner. Like, you could see the stadium.
Yeah. And it was probably the perfect timing in theory. I mean, I probably couldn't have had a better day to host it. Tempe's visuals were off of us. Mind you, we still had biker cops come through, hang out, have some food, but my heart was racing the entire time.
Sure.
I'm sitting there trying to direct traffic. I have my guys helping out, obviously, too.
Sweat pouring.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hiding in the shadows of the adjacent building because it was hot. But
Not
was
including
Houston's
the
Hot
farmer's
Chicken.
stand.
Yeah, the farmer's stand. Yeah, you got that thing working.
I was all nice and red, but no, I was sweating. It was my first event back. I even told you, I stopped and said, man, like, first event back, and I didn't expect to explode like this. I mean, it was...
I just wanted to stop by to say what's up and show support.
Mm-hmm.
But I got parked. I think you gave me a nice spot. And so, I hung out for a lot longer than I thought I would, which is great. It was a great event to see. They had a hot chicken eating contest. And do they always do that? Yep. I know that was...
We do that for every event. So typically we'll do like a 500, grand prize, $500 grand prize. Or if we do like the 3 tenders and we do the 3-minute cool down, we do up to 1,000.
Does that mean you can't drink anything?
Yep.
So that
for 3 minutes, no eating, no drinking, anything else to cool it down. And they've had people win in Vegas for the $1,000. It's not easy, but we only had like 5 winners last year total in 2025 in general.
It's just like I know you're not Houston's Hot Chicken necessarily, but is this, because that's not a challenge I would do. It's a challenge 10 years ago I would have thought about doing, because I thought I was going to go through this. Let me go everywhere and eat whatever the hottest food they have is. And that lasted like 2 restaurants maybe before I called it quits.
Yeah.
Is it like a ghost pepper?
Hotter.
Carolina Reaper? I'm trying
Carolina
to think.
Reaper, Scorpion X combined.
I don't even know what a Scorpion X is, but apparently it's hot.
One of the world's hottest peppers, yeah.
Yeah, hard pass.
It's like setting your stomach on fire and you can't breathe.
Yeah, that's a hard pass. Because when they bring it out, they have like these hazmat looking suits, right?
That's just, we got to bring that hype.
I know. It's funny though. Yeah, that's awesome.
But you have to wear gloves when handling it.
Yeah.
Because if you get any of that residue on your face, anything, it burns.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you have planned next? What are you working on now? No, let's stop that. 2-year hiatus. What did you do in those 2 years? I mean, I know you said you wanted to get with some people and make sure you're working with the right people, but fill us in. What else is going on?
That's a good question, actually.
I only ask good ones.
in that 2 years, I took a total adjustment. I changed the way I do things, got into bodybuilding. So a lot of people don't know, but obviously I going for competitions, and then I got back in the medical field working. Uh, Probably one of the best choices, and obviously making a big drastic change like that is what's setting the tone for me now because you know being able to bring a business partner in and doing Cleannuff at a higher level now, it's changing the game. Like the things that we got coming up is a lot of because of me changing in that 2 year hiatus, staying in the gym 5 days a week, changing my sleep routine, changing everything to make me uncomfortable as possible to make that change. Because I mean, anyone that knows me, I've been back and forth with different events, a previous brand that I used to work with. I mean, everything. Like, I needed something that was a culture shock. Put
To you personally.
hmm
Yeah.
So I went to bodybuilding, which was the most humbling experience. uh, it's very humbling. The training regimen, eating, everything. I mean, it's a job. There's no way around it.
Yeah,
You're spending
yeah.
a lot of money coaching hours. It changes your whole mindset. It's like me going back to the military. It's that much of a training process. Because naturally, we eat until we're like good, right? With the bodybuilding, I'm eating until my body's at the certain amount of surplus I need. So when I was bulking, I got up to like 270 pounds,
It's wild.
and I was a big boy. Anyone that's seen any of my social media posts, I mean, I was big. Solid frame. Now I'm down to 230, and you kind of can't tell because that's my average weight, but it's night and day.
People just had to know though, because you're like, what was your tag? Like Gym Ghost or
Jacked Ghost.
yeah, Gym Assassin or something. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, isn't that Charles?
Yeah, it's because I'm a big Scream fan. I love Ghostface.
We talked about that a little before. Okay.
Yeah, it is kind of my thing because obviously I'm an ambassador for Bucked Up, and then I have a clothing line, All Out Fitness, that sponsors me also for my fitness,
That's
and
awesome.
they pay for my competitions and stuff like that, supplements, get my merch, take care of that. So it's a process. But Jacked Ghost is my persona in the bodybuilding world.
Yeah, that's Jack Ghost. You said something that I thought was really important. I mean, you said a lot of stuff that's important, but I think one thing that people don't realize is these events that you have, these events that other people have, that is the thing that you're doing for an hour or two. And for a lot of people, we've talked about this before, car events, car shows, it's your escape from reality sometimes.
It is.
But you got your reality right and restructured. And that's the big difference. And then you're still able to do this on the comeback and come back in a bigger way. So that way, it's still kind of an escape from your reality, but it's not like you're trying to escape your reality. So you're able to do your hobby and your life balance, which is huge, man. It's huge.
Finding that balance is beautiful. Let's be honest. Anybody could host a car meet, right? Anybody could try to organize.
At least once.
Yeah. At least once.
Just once, yeah.
But really taking that balance and doing a culture shock of like working with influencers, working with high-end cars, working with the city, knowing the city doesn't want you there because it's a car enthusiast.
Right.
It's
You're a takeover guy.
It's a gambling game, especially when I'm labeled as a kingpin to all these cities. As much as I want to, that label is not going anywhere, unfortunately. And obviously having the meeting with Phoenix PD, that's going to be kind of my deal breaker, is trying to break that kingpin theory. But yeah, I mean, that work-life balance, it's a big deal, especially when you get to this level. Like if you don't have that balance, you start losing yourself, and it can go down a dark road.
And for you, it has. For many people, it has, and they haven't returned.
And that's why a lot of events, they'll eventually fall off. It takes a lot. It's a lot of strength to it. It's a lot of mental, late night editing, making sure the posts are up, making sure you're having meetings. It's not just a simple, oh, I'm gonna put a flyer up and here's my event. It's planning, strategizing, safety plans. I mean, you have to know those type of things. I mean, sure, I could post up in a Fry's parking lot, like, yo, guys, come look at all these cars. Like, no, it's a lot of strategizing, especially with the heat that I have with the cities. And, obviously doing a lot of my private events that a lot of people don't know about, like some private cruises and stuff. That's a lot of work too. Because obviously I don't want people just showing up and be like, yo, Cleannuff is doing private cruises. No, but nobody knew. And that's the beauty of it, is we did start doing stuff on the back end
Right.
about 6 months ago, but nobody knew.
Why do you have to keep them private? I know the answer to this question, but people watching and listening don't.
Being labeled a street racer was the first part. Obviously, I've had a few cars that I can send down a road and dust a cop. It's not my goal, but I know I could. And
Cannot run radio though, man. Come on.
exactly.
This ain't the Dukes of Hazzard.
But, doing private events is kind of that luxury of like bringing the nicest cars out. I mean, how often do you get to sit there and say, yeah, I got to see a Jesco driving at night? What, 1 in a million? Maybe. So
Yeah.
it gives these guys a chance to have that high-end experience and the thrill of the adrenaline without all the what if. Because I'm not trying to deal with the what ifs.
This my ESPN alert just went off there. Okay. Yeah. Let's...
Not trying to deal with the what ifs. I think it's my safest bet sometimes to do private events. And, we're going to be doing more. So, if you got a high-end car, something super rare, or,
Slide into your DMs.
Yeah.
I think a big part of it also is that, and hopefully it's the case, it kind of helps screen out some of the riffraff, right? Because if someone just shows up to a car cruise, then they don't really have any investment in the group. They just want to maybe get out there. And this isn't always the case, but there could always be that person who just randomly shows up and just tears ass down the road and cuts people off and isn't respectful. Plus, if you have the same core group, everyone kind of knows each other.
Yeah.
And everyone knows how to behave.
That what if factor hits again. Because what if he doesn't take care of his car the way he needs? I have no clue who this person is if they just show up and let's say they sideswipe a Huracan and he's got a $20,000 BMW that's getting built up, right? Poor job, whatever it is. If it's a good build, whatever. There's a what if. I don't know this person and they don't know this person. Whoever's in this group is for that group only. And it's obviously I'm doing open cruises for everybody too. Like this weekend coming up or next weekend. Sorry.
Here in December, yeah.
Yeah. But private cruises is meant to give that kind of ease of mind without the what if of like crazy shit popping off, anything bad going on. It's just cruise, have fun, get some bomb food.
What do you have going on then? I mean, what are you working on? You don't have to give full details, but just what is the direction of this iteration of Cleannuff? Because the last iteration was good too.
Yeah.
They've all been good, just slightly different.
Shock and awe. That is the new theory. I want to shock and awe everybody. So we have the compound now. The compound, we have a spot where people can do burnouts, two-step, whatever. We're not getting...
Now, is it called the compound, or is that just the code word for it?
No, we call it the compound. That is...
But if I were to go to Google and look for the compound...
Nope.
Okay, so that's the code word for it. Got it.
Yeah. Not going to be able to find it on Google or anywhere, but obviously we want to buy out the entire property and fully turn it into a car enthusiast compound.
Let me ask you this, because now the imagination runs wild. It could be whatever I imagine it to be. Is it a spot that would work for like a photo shoot?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll have to figure that out. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's a little selfishness there. Creeping. I go, oh, compounding. I don't really do burnouts, but because I don't know how, I haven't tried. But that could be an interesting place. You know? So yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a chance for people to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's private property. If we have to, we can close the gate, send it, whatever. We got a pit, so you can do burnouts, two-step, whatever in the pit. Inside the warehouse itself, it's where we line up all the cars, and then we have a section for bikes too.
Nice.
I lost a lot of bike friends recently this year, so I'm stressing on bike safety.
Oh, you mean lost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry to hear that.
it's okay. So just kind of trying to stress on the bike safety part. So we started creating a section for them inside. I don't want nobody's bikes getting messed up. I don't want a what if. And you know, me riding motorcycles too, I have that certain side to it that I care about too.
So for 2026,
We have December compound event coming up on the 13th. We're doing a cruise meet. The cruise is invite only or DM, but we have to sort through who's going, who's not, because it's a Euro and supercar cruise.
mm-hmm.
Hanging out at the meet, chilling, whatever. We're gonna have the burnouts. We're gonna have two-step. We're gonna have people shooting flames. Vendors. It's gonna be a cool vibe. And then January, we're doing something with Houston Hot Chicken, the Stradman, and a couple other people. I'm not gonna name names yet, but we do have that one. And that one I'm excited about because obviously it's a new location. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god! Like,
Yeah.
what is this?"
Yeah.
And then I have a meeting today with somebody else for a garage event. I'm not going to go too far in the details.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
we're going to be
Some
bringing,
planning. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be bringing the heat, and it's a 2-part event. So that's what we got so far. There's a couple other things, including new cars, but that's part of the surprise.
So supercars, exotics. I mean, supercar can mean a lot. We kind of had like a pre-discussion a little bit about cars on the horizon. How are you defining? And this is there's no right answer to this because everyone kind of has their own definition. And then there's always the what ifs. But how would Charles Worden describe supercar? Like, what's a supercar to you?
Obviously we got McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini and stuff like that, Porsches.
Porsche's a tough one.
It is. It has a gray area to it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you go to a certain tier of Porsche, it's not a supercar. Like our current event, we have a couple of GT3s coming out.
But those are supercars.
Yes.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Anyone that doesn't think a GT3 is a supercar is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it now, it's probably one of the best supercars.
I think universally that's the case. I've never driven one, but I've never really heard anything necessarily bad about them. It's like, hey, if you want to do this, you need a GT3. If you want to do this, you need a whatever. And, both are capable.
It's fast, agile, sounds amazing. Comfort,
right.
That's
It's not
from,
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a street track car, isn't it?
Just like I found out I don't fit in a Huracan.
Have you gotten all of them? I've sat in one before and I'm like, this is impossible. And then I know that the other ones, I think it depends on if it's like a coupe or whatnot.
Yeah. I'm not a convertible guy, but I found out convertible is probably going to be my best bet if I go Huracan route, unfortunately, because I do want bucket seats.
There's a lot of cars that have bucket seats.
Yeah.
So a Huracan, a supercar?
Yep.
What about exotic? That's a weird one, right? It's almost as weird as supercar.
Exotics is very broad, but to like the people that do know, it's not. But I mean, you got Cohen Segs, you got
Those people call those like hypercars, right?
Yeah.
Or supercars. It all it's a nuanced
they all
discussion.
kind of crumble
Right, exactly.
into each other essentially, like Lamborghini and all them.
It's a big Venn diagram. You got the big circle, exotic circle, supercar circle,
hypercar.
and is there one?
And then you got
hyper?
GTR in the corner with Viper sitting there like, oh, we're kind of supercars.
Yeah, I think GTRs and Vipers are in the corner of somewhere. I think the GTR is on the corner of supercar and exotic, and Viper's in the exotic circle, but also it might be the kind of the overlay of supercar, right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, it's American made, and people don't imagine American made as supercars, but GT40, Ford GT, Dodge Viper. I mean, let's be honest.
What would you call a GT500?
Just a muscle car.
Yeah,
it's not even an exotic.
That's a hard one. I would call that an American supercar. I think so.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it.
Because it's like a super specialized version, almost like a GTD. And then where do you, that's not quite exotic, but that's got to be like supercar kind of leaning, not really a hypercar.
It kind of is leaning, but
it's a different part of the circle, closer to another thing, right?
It's like below GTR.
Yeah.
And we're talking about R35.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because
the R34 is
sometimes money has to come into it too. I think in a weird way,
it does.
Because I would think an R34 it's more to me a supercar than an exotic car.
At this point, yes, you're buying them at supercar prices.
Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, I think an R33, R34. I think all the GTR line. I think those are all Japanese supercars.
Yeah, in the Japanese world, 100%.
Yeah.
To some though, they're just JDM cars, and I'm not gonna
I'm
not gonna name names, but we all know those specific people that are like, oh, I don't want JDM cars around me, but
it almost sounded like an accent you did there. Yeah,
it is.
It's too much JDM.
Too much JDM.
Too much JDM. Yeah, I'll tell you a discussion I had, like a DM I had with that person, and I'm friends with that person. I think we all are, right?
Yeah.
But I'd asked about an NSX. Like, hey, is this NSX in your group? I'm trying to get them for an NSX event. He goes, no, we actually don't have any NSXs in our group at the time, but I wish we did. So there was a few NSXs that were in that group that I guess aren't in there anymore. And previously, that person didn't think the NSX should be in their group, but they have a ton of R8s and just run-of-the-mill Porsches, not even special ones. Mm-hmm. So everyone's definition is different. Car. Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody would say that it isn't the everyday supercar. But I don't think anyone would. A lot of people wouldn't call it and people call it exotic too, but no one would call it a hypercar. And some people won't call it an exotic car. And there's some people who don't call it a supercar. But I think by every measure, the NSX is a supercar.
Oh, 100%.
Even the past and obviously the present.
Yeah. I mean, they're both beautiful cars, mid-engine. I mean, they sound phenomenal.
Yeah, and it's how they drive. I think that's a big part of it, too. It's a combination, right? There's like this matrix you put together, all these variables, and then maybe there's like a variable score. I don't know. We could come up with some sort of a scoring system.
Yeah, I mean, it knocks all the points off, for sure. It's beautiful, drives good, mid-engine, and it's a driver's car.
Yeah. It's not a $1.2 million, $2 million. It's not a Koenigsegg, a Gera.
And that's the beautiful part. You're not breaking your wallet, but it's still supercar in every factory. Yeah.
Depends on whose wallet. It is spendy.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. What else is good? It's been a while.
Not much besides.
What do you nerd out on?
What do I nerd out on?
Or is it just, you have to have something fun that you kind of like.
This is fun.
Charles's binge venture.
This is my fun.
Yeah.
I love.
What are you watching? Anything? What do you watch on TV?
When I do watch, it's Stranger Things.
I've never seen that either.
You never seen it?
No, it's a huge show.
It's pretty good.
I've never seen that. I've never seen Lost. There's a bunch of super popular shows and movies I've never seen.
I just got to season 6 or something like that of Walking Dead.
What do you think of that?
I like it. It's not for everybody for sure, but it's pretty good.
So you're 6 or 7 seasons in. You have to. I say this because a lot of people that I know, like we watched the entire thing. We haven't watched the spinoffs. But we've watched the entire thing, and it got to a point, just like Game of Thrones, to where you're invested in it. You just finish it. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Just finish it, because it's gonna get stupid sometimes. But it does redeem itself. But when it's all said and done, I mean, I have thoughts about the show, but you kind of lose what the show was as you progress forward.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm getting to, is kind of losing that.
Well, you're hitting those dull seasons. There's like 1 or 2 seasons that are like really bad, and then it starts picking up again.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but yeah. I mean, most of the time I'm not even fully watching. Now it's like I'm back on work mode.
Sure.
So as soon as I get off work, because, I work 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts.
What are you doing at the hospital? No, we're not going to get away from this. Okay, we're talking TV shows. Yeah. We'll get back to the hospital. That's a show I don't think you have to be 100% dialed into when you're watching it.
No.
Yeah.
You can miss moments.
Yeah.
And, that, I don't know, it's good, and then it's not, and then it's really boring, and then it's just real action.
Have you seen 1883?
No.
Have you seen any of the Yellowstones?
I watched a little bit of Yellowstone.
I've never watched Yellowstone, but did you like it?
I'm like, not really.
Got it. Okay. All right.
I don't know. It just doesn't fancy me. It was decent, but it's just, I couldn't fully get into it.
Okay.
I made it to like one season. I was like, all right, I'm kind of.
So that's what I was afraid of with Yellowstone. I haven't seen it yet, but I was and it's something that was so hyped, and, but I started watching 1883, which came out afterwards, but it's technically like a super prequel. Yeah. And then 1923, season 1 and season 2. And we still haven't got to the Yellowstone. It's all about the Dutton family. Mm-hmm. So at some point I'm going to watch Yellowstone.
It's good. It's just, I think my attention span gets away from it.
Yeah. You have to be ready. And some of those shows are kind of slow. There's a slow burn, is what I understood. Yeah. I mean, Breaking Bad, people love that show.
I've never watched it.
I stalled in the middle of season 2. I was traveling at the time, just never dialed back in. But that, to me, was a slow burn show. People
Sons of Anarchy, that's a good show.
That looks like a good show. I've never seen Sons of Anarchy either.
That's really good. But, yeah, I don't know. That's about it, what I do in my free time.
All right, so what are you doing at the hospital?
Not going to fully disclose that, but...
How long have you been working?
For the hospital, I mean...
Do you dispose of parts? Is that what you do?
No.
Okay. I'm just, I'm a hospital, I'm healthcare IT, so I've been in the hospital world since 2008 in some capacity.
No, I'm not doing any of that. Just helping people is part of my job. I've become very private about personal life to a certain extent. Don't want people showing up to my work anymore.
I didn't ask you where you work.
No, I know, but like it starts leaning, because there's only so many places you could work in Arizona that are hospital. And
yeah, I mean, there's Phoenix. We have this is medical.
Because people have seen me wear banner jackets.
You just told us.
I wear banner jackets.
Okay,
but that's about the feed.
All right, good deal.
But I got a little bit more school left to do, and then I'm going to be moving to the next stage. I do want to eventually be ER trauma surgeon. I love what I do. I love medical field. I've been in the medical field for close to 8 years. So I love it. I love being able to help people. Makes a difference. And it's not me going gung-ho in the military anymore. It's me instead jumping the other line to protect people in a different way.
Did you do medical stuff in the military?
No.
No?
I was polar opposite.
Yeah.
Polar opposite, infantry all the way.
Yeah, we touched on that. I think in your very first, I think it was your first time talking about your relationship growing up, how hard it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rough military life with the old man, I think.
Yeah, ex-Marine, real dad, sperm donor, whatever we want to call it.
Right, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was a good choice for me to do it. I needed growing up. And now, like, working in the medical field, it's like, it's a different level. Mm-hmm. And being able to protect people, take care of them, and nurture them And naturally, I do that as a dad, so it's like it's easy. And especially because I do a lot in pediatrics, it's even more passionate to me.
Sure. Good deal.
That's your little sneak peek, pediatrics.
Mm-hmm. Well, we actually have several pediatric centers.
Yeah.
But people who don't know about Phoenix and even Arizona, because honestly, Phoenix, you got Flagstaff, you have, or Arizona, you have Flagstaff, you have Phoenix, you have Tucson, in a decent sized state. There's really not much on the outside of that. So you're going to be in one of the big three, and then really it's the big two, Phoenix area and Tucson. But big medical. You know, University of Arizona is a huge medical school. ASU is more of a party school, but it does have some degrees as well. So, but yeah, that's mostly everything here is banking and medical. So at least
That is
you're in
our
the right
bread and
state.
butter in Arizona.
It is, and agriculture is huge too. Not to go down a side shaft,
Yeah.
a lot bigger than people would think.
It is.
Yeah,
But I think the
agriculture's
new
huge.
big thing is, all of our guys with stocks. I mean, I can't go anywhere without somebody talking about stocks, crypto. That's
Yeah.
the new Scottsdale thing. Like, you're going to see your average 19-year-old driving a Lamborghini Huracan because he's on stock trades and all that.
Yeah, day trading. Are you into crypto at all?
No, not yet.
What are you waiting on?
I have a couple of people teaching me a little bit more.
It's good though. You need the education. And
I
most
don't
people
wanna
that
just
jump
jump
into it
in
and don't know
and-
anything.
Be like totally lost.
Yeah.
When I go into it, I want to be prepared to be like, yo, this is how I'm going to do it. Let's raise them stacks and show up and show up even more than I already do.
I think the problem with it is it's not a slow burn.
No,
Slow burns are safer in the long run.
it's a risk.
You have to be. It's a very high risk. I don't have any crypto. I used to a little bit. I never got too invested in it, but invested enough to know that we're still not there yet. But there's a lot of people who, through the right timing,
Yeah.
the right upfront capital.
I mean, the guys that are training me, I mean, they literally sit in front of 4 screens.
Yeah, you have to be on it.
Like, they're on it, and when they're not on it, they have it closed out. Like, so it's a gambling game. It's risky, even with trading. I mean, this is stuff that I do plan to get into because eventually I do want to go part-time into medical because I like money. I love my money.
Yeah, I like money too. It's nice. Money's nice.
And I'm young enough and smart enough to be able to adhere to a lot. So that's why I'm working with a couple guys to teach me a lot because I want to go in it with knowledge. I don't want to raw dog it and put myself upside down.
You're still in your 20s, right?
Yep.
Late 20s?
28.
28, yeah.
Just turned 28 as of October.
Must be nice. What was I doing when I was 20? I think I was just getting married.
Been down that road.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I want to get rid of like the big misconception in family of, oh, we need to be rich. We need to be rich. I want to be wealthy.
There's a difference.
I want to be wealthy to where my son could snap his finger, go to any school in the world. Like, sure, rich is great. Oh, I got a brand new Huracan. Oh, I got this. I got that. I want wealth.
How would you define the difference? Because one can be both,
You can,
but the other one isn't both.
but rich is quick money, as we call it, right? It's quick money. We got a lot of it. But when the well runs dry, you're no longer rich. But when you're wealthy, you're so invested into yourself because you don't just invest in yourself, you're investing into a future for you and your kids. And wealthy is to the point where you don't think twice about anything. You're able to actually financially afford everything, medical, whatever it is, whatever comes about. When you're wealthy, you live life in a certain tier that's so different. And it's a whole different ballgame. I mean, you don't just drive Lamborghinis anymore. You see these guys driving trucks. You see them driving supercars that are at a higher tier, aka hypercars. Wealthy is the top tier. You talk about Bill Gates or any of these other people, that's wealthy. They invested so much that they're wealthy.
What do you think you would want out of life when you reached that tier that you would consider wealthy? Like, what would you aspire for? Like, to me, that's a weird thing to think about and worry about, but it's because my whole life, it's like, okay, I want a Ferrari 355. I want an Acura NSX. I want to have the big house. There's almost nothing I couldn't do. And in a weird way, and I think I may have talked about this before, it's almost like getting a cheat code on a video game, or when you've unlocked every achievement, then what else is there to unlock?
Peace.
And that's well, I mean, you can have peace without being wealthy.
To a certain extent.
I guess, yeah, I guess it depends on what your drive is, but I think it's an easy argument to make that you can definitely have peace without being wealthy, but it depends on what your drive is.
My son.
Yeah.
I want him to have the best future.
How's he doing?
He's good. Healthy.
The kid's awesome.
Yeah. 7 years old almost.
I know. Yeah, because him and Zeke are like the same.
Yeah.
Because Zeke downstairs, he's 7.
Because he's turned 7 December 20th. I know, Zeke's birthday is like a couple months before.
It's in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of remember.
Yeah. Because they're kind of the same.
Yeah.
Of course, that's your son. That's my oldest grandkid.
Yeah. But, we've always been pretty close, between me and you, obviously knowing daughter, everybody. I mean,
yeah,
it's always been pretty tight-knit. Even hiring your daughter to be a model even, and she did pretty good.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that when I asked her to be a model? I never asked you that.
I thought we kind of had that discussion. I think it was fine.
Okay.
Because I knew nothing would happen. You take care of that situation. I just wasn't sure I think she was trying to figure out what she wanted to do with things, and that was kind of cool though, in a way, looking back, it's like, I was never mad about it. But I think sometimes it comes up in conversations in a strange way. So, but I have an event that I scheduled us for coming up very soon, actually, because we haven't traditionally done a lot of father-daughter things.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing I signed her up and Zeke up with me to do, because it's kind of a fun, like, I don't think my son would want to do this. Oh, he probably would, but it's just that, your kids are different.
100%.
You know what kids, what one likes more than the other. And then they're always very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a lot of, well, how come dad doesn't invite me to do this? Or how come dad never invites me to do that? And then at some point that comes out of both their mouths, but it never comes out to me. It's always to Yvette. She's, instead of her having my back, it's always like, well, why don't you ask him? I'm like, come on, babe. I mean, you can answer those questions on my behalf.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And she's gotten better at it. It's like, well, because I'm his wife, so he's going to ask me first. Like, that should be, the question,
Mm-hmm.
or the immediate answer to that question. But anyway, so I'm trying to do more events with both of them. And even they're older, right? I mean, she's a little younger than you, and Marcel's a little older than you. And I'm still trying to find that balance between the two.
And I'm the third oddball kid.
Yeah. See, okay, where's Charles? Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's great. And I'm glad that he's doing great. We had sushi 3 or 4 years ago. Now it seems like it was that long ago.
Yep.
And he's just a little ball of energy and a huge smile. Yeah, I'll never forget that. I was like,
he's always
kid's
the
awesome.
happiest kid.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never wave his smile. Yeah. And that's what I love about him. And that's what inspires me to get back to the point of wealth is that's why. I mean, his smile is so unwavering, and it inspires me to be the best dad possible. And I'm like, man, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I do it. Sure, I could.
That's a different kind of wealth too, by the way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
I'm wealthy already.
Yeah.
In my heart, but obviously I could go out and be like, yo, I'm going to go get an STO right now. But instead I'm taking my time. Sure.
That's smart.
I could get back right into driving a GTR again, R35. But that's not my main goal. Do I want to show up and show out for everybody? Absolutely. I mean,
that's real talk though.
I'm sitting there edging at the side of my fingers every day at Marketplace like, man, I could pull the trigger, but
yeah.
Instead, I'm getting things established first. to where I'm putting money aside for him is, the part that I'm looking at, and then supercar on the side. And I do have a supercar in my lurks right now, as we were talking about.
We'll see that shotgun. That'll be a different shotgun all. So we'll see that shotgun all when it happens.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially because I don't keep stuff stock.
Yep.
That's my biggest problem. I don't keep it long, but I don't keep it stock.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens in the future with you, and we'll have to do this again.
Oh yeah.
But thank you for coming back into Hard Parking Studios.
Of course, man. It's
anything you want to get out there. I mean, obviously people should clean enough, but there's people who are going to be watching this for the first time, introduced to you for the first time. Tell everybody where they can find you.
We'll be on Instagram, TikTok, and for those that don't know, now you know, we are officially starting YouTube. So my face will be around a lot more. I never used to really show my face, but I'm coming to YouTube, and we're going to start streaming videos.
Do you guys already have the channel locked down?
Mm-hmm.
So then how maybe people can early subscribe to it?
We have a channel already. It's at Cleannuff. Clean as enough, N-U-F-F.
So 2 N's back to back.
Yep. And so...
Is TikTok the same?
TikTok's exactly the same. Cleannuff shows on TikTok. And yeah, I mean... If you want a thrill, life in the fast lane without the price tag, Cleannuff is the way, because we bring the heat every single time.
Yep. So that's Clean Enough on Instagram, Clean Enough on YouTube, Clean Enough shows on TikTok. No underscores?
No, just Cleannuff shows. Because I previously made a TikTok, but, I decided to do illegal acts technically on TikTok. Driving crazy.
Yeah, don't get me started on TikTok and their weird weird filters and how they decide what can and can't go. So
live streaming driving crazy is not their ideal. So they stripped my account because I did it a couple times, but I don't care. Yeah. I'll get another account, bring y'all more content, keep having fun. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep bringing the heat, keep my foot on the gas, and I'm not letting go this time. I promise you, I will show up and show out every single time. I'm not giving up, and I'll show you why Cleannuff is the best.
There you go. Hit it out of the park. Thanks, Charles.
Of course.
Well, another month, another closing. If you like what you heard today or like what you watched today, if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Then make sure you go and tell a friend all about it. I want to thank our sponsors, Right Honda and Right Toyota, SparkForge AI from Marcus Foundry, one login, one platform, all under your control, AutoCannon officially licensed Honda and Accurate gear. Can't forget Patreon business supporter, Kuya Automotive out of Winter Garden, Florida, Automotive Specialty Tool out of Owings Mills, Maryland, The Lucky Brakes out of Caledonia, Michigan, Beak House Small Home Design out of Ashbury, Virginia and Traverse City, Michigan, and Shaping Success Treasure Valley out of Boise, Idaho. If you're in a position to help the podcast upgrade, you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/hardparkingpodcast, or you can become a member on YouTube. There's a buy me a coffee option there. If you want to support the show, if you get value, if this is one of your favorite shows to watch, why not support it? Special thanks to Mark Stoneman, Catherine Cox, Eddie Ramos, Richard Graves, Byron Jones, Bo Jung, Ellis Tomina, Drew Bunkley, and Dre Mullins. Questions, comments, or concerns, leave a comment below or email the show info@hardparking. Follow the show on Instagram at hardparkingpod. And make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. And I will see you guys next week.
Now it's stripping time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Shut up!